Hello and welcome back to yet another episode of the Third Man Cricket Show. Yet another live stream and मेरे साथ हैं दो very knowledgeable people जो क्रिकेट को ब्रीथ करते हैं हमारे तरह जो थर्ड मैन की टीम है उनकी तरह जो थर्ड मैन की फैमिली है उनकी तरह. वेलकम ऑन द स्ट्रीम नेहा, वेलकम ऑन द स्ट्रीम सृष्टि. हाउ यू गाइस डूइंग?
You're good.
Yeah.
आज के
all
मैच
good.
Yeah.
I mean मैंने पूछा नहीं है पहले की स्ट्रीम्स पे, बट सृष्टि which team do you support? I'm guessing it's Mumbai. And Neha, I'm
Come
guessing
on,
it's
if you saw the streams, then you should know that I support RCB.
no, I just hope that you would say yes, I support Mumbai so that आपको RCB को वो support ना करना पड़े. But ठीक है, चलो. Neha, what about you? I mean, I know you guys follow women's cricket, in general properly. But is there like a favorite player or something? क्योंकि आज ना मैंने मैच जो देखा UP and Mumbai, probably the two best teams in the tournament so far. And उसमें भी we had a better team. So what do you guys think? First of all, what do you guys think of the game? And then let's move on from there. First up, Srishti, go ahead.
Yeah, so today's game, again, Mumbai won. So Mumbai has clearly been dominating this tournament. And personally, because you asked my favorite player, so my favorite player has always been Harmanpreet Kaur. So I started watching women's cricket because of her. And I think the way she is leading the Indian cricket team and also now Mumbai Indians, she is setting a very good example for a lot of youngsters. So I think जो कैप्टनसी हो रहा है मुंबई इंडियंस की तरफ से, that is a really positive thing, and I think that is like contributing to their good performance in a way. So yeah.
Fair enough. Neha, what about Neha? I'll change the question. Do you think Mumbai Indians is going to win the title?
I think, yeah, they are going to win the title. I mean, the way they are going, notching up their fourth, consecutive win, they are obviously, the strongest team right now in the tournament, decked with some of the best players. Harmanpreet Kaur leading from the front with those brilliant performances, and having someone like Hayley Matthews at the top. You have Saika Ishak who's picking up wickets. You have Amelia Kerr. I think any adjective would fall short to describe what a dominant outfit they are right now.
Yeah. I mean, हम लोग ना overseas players, Indian international players के बारे में बात कर सकते हैं, but like you mentioned, Saika Ishak, every stream we have to talk about her, only because I think second over में Alisa Healy, she hit her for 18 odd runs and like three or four boundaries, okay? And then I think she got both of them out when both of them were set, Talia Megrath and Alisa Healy. So words on Saika Ishak, how do you see her progression moving forward from here? Because फर्स्ट और इंडिया कैप तो जल्दी मिलने वाला है साइका इशाक को. आई कैन लिटरली सी दैट हैपनिंग बिकॉज शी इज वेरी, आई थिंक one thing is consistently wicket taking ability होना, and one thing is your temperament to come back from say the second over जैसा उनका गया था. ठीक है, so what do you make of her performance so far? Srishti, go ahead.
Yeah, so personally, I feel like Saika Ishak, the way she has been performing, like she's the leading wicket taker right now. So clearly to have that temperament to bounce back, like she took all the important wickets in this match as well, like you said. So I think that takes a lot of like temperament and inspiration, like to come out there and perform every time. And she has been doing this consistently. Like you said, that every stream we are talking about Saika Ishak. So I think, yeah, the way she's bowling right now, she's going really well right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. And yeah, what do you think makes her stand out? Because we have seen a lot of good talent on display, in terms of Indian domestic players. But she is standing out from all of them, is what I feel. So what do you think? What do you think is one thing which is making her stand out from all of these? Is it like कि जो coaching management जो साथ में है, जो team environment साथ में, जो overseas players साथ में, is that the difference, or do you think she has some X factor in her right now?
So I think first up, credits to like the management for selecting her. It really goes to show that the research has been good. Scouting a talent like this is massive because she has been a regular in the domestic circuit, and getting her in the team, kudos on that. And I think what makes her the X factor is the fact that batters are not expecting her to bowl those certain lines or get those certain deliveries to pitch the way it is doing. So it's like for them also new, right? So I think because she was the dark horse and no one expected her to perform well, and now she's really delivering, that's something that's really, setting her apart as well. And I think that's what makes her really special. And I hope they don't fast track her into the Indian team like ASAP. They give her, some
Yeah.
more time to, play the Women's Premier League, play a little more domestic cricket, and then give her the India cap. So yeah,
But
I think that's going to be the difference.
Neha, just on that, I'll ask Srishti this question. Srishti, Neha ने बोला कि just fast forward, जल्दी से फटक से इंडिया कैप ना मिले. But considering the level of cricket she's playing, लग नहीं रहा कि she is like an Indian domestic uncapped player at the moment. Because we have
Yeah,
Rajeshwari Gaikwad as a left arm spinner, we have Radha Yadav as a left arm spinner. Don't you think Saika Ishaq is better than the two of them just by looking at her in this competition? Because she's getting some great players out.
yeah. I mean, so far the way she has performed, I feel like she definitely needs to be in the Indian team right now. And like I said, that if we give her more time, it will obviously be good and she'll improve more. Like she'll reach her maximum potential. But still, I feel like if we take her into the team right now, it will be good for the Indian team. And also, she was sold in the auction for only 10 lakhs. So the way Mumbai have selected her, like the research they have done clearly shows, because a player being sold for 10 lakhs and performing so well, I mean that's something really great.
Yeah, credit to the scouting team. As always, I mean, मुंबई की scouting की हम men's IPL में बात करते ही हैं. Now we are seeing the results in WPL. I think अभी जहाँ जहाँ भी franchise cricket जो take over कर रही है, Indian sports groups like in the South African League, जो भी talent हमने देखा very soon in America as well. अगर वो सब जगह पे भी ऐसे ऐसे scouting talent मिलते गए, then I think it is literally, क्योंकि एक चीज होती है कि खाली IPL के लिए scout करना, and the other thing is scouting talent worldwide. So I think Mumbai is doing really well from that point of view. So yeah, थोड़े comments लेते हैं, बहुत सारे comments आ गए. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jay. Yes, we have a whole segment lined up for this player, for the king. So don't worry about it. His first comment itself is the king has 100 in all formats post COVID. Normalcy has returned. So happy. This turn is surely special. Yeah, I completely agree. Gavit, yeah, hi Gavit. Hi Yusuf. Hi, Yusuf is saying hi to all of us. Okay, thank you so much, Yusuf. Garvit ने कहा है कि Delhi Capitals will win the title. I mean, yeah, it is clear that there are three teams fighting for 1, 2 and 3. But at the moment, I
Yeah.
think one वाला spot थोड़ा शायद मेरे को लग रहा है कि मुंबई की तरफ गया है. Only because they beat Delhi quite convincingly, and they beat UP quite convincingly today as well.
Yeah.
So बस उसकी वजह से मेरे को लग रहा है मुंबई आई थिंक वो टॉप स्पॉट ले जाएगी. एंड सेकंड बिकॉज दीज गाइज हैव टू प्ले वंस अगेन अगेंस्ट ईच अदर. तो ऐसा नहीं कि दोनों टीम जीत सकती है. सो आई थिंक वन ऑफ देम विल लूज दिस एक्स्ट्रा गेम. सो होपफुली इट इज नॉट मुंबई बिकॉज आई एम बीइंग अ बिट बायस्ड. आई एम अ मुंबई फैन और मैं मुंबई के सारे मैचेस देख चुका हूं ऑलरेडी. एंड आई थिंक यूपी डिड वेल यार. अभी क्रेडिट देना पड़ेगा क्योंकि मुंबई ने हर टीम को हर मैच में ऑल आउट करा था. ओके, सो यूपी को वो क्रेडिट तो देना पड़ेगा कि पूरे 20 ओवर बैटिंग करी उन्होंने. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद देयर बैटिंग फर्स्ट. I think they lost Kanika very early. Then good partnership, great partnership, I would say, between the two Aussies. और I think ये तो
Yeah.
खाली Indian players और Australian players का tournament रहा है अब तक. Indian players shining at one end and Australian players showing how well they own the T20 format, या international format in fact. So let's talk about their batting first. अलीसा हिली रन नहीं बन रहे थे पहले एक दो मैचेस में. लास्ट मैच में आई थिंक कितने बनाए, 90 रन कुछ तो बनाए थे, 90 और समथिंग. And
Yeah.
in this game as well, she got a 50. So a word on her, Srishti.
Yeah, so like she started a bit slow. Like starting when she was playing Aram se, but then she picked up momentum and then she ended up scoring a 50 as well. And she was accompanied by Tahalia, and she played a great knock as well. So I think their partnership was important. Like because of them, they at least reached the target of 160 runs. And surprisingly, Mumbai couldn't take all 10 wickets in this match. So I think Alicia Healy being back in form is a very good thing for UP Warriors. So I feel like even though UP lost this match, they still have a very strong chance of being in top 3.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Neha, I'll talk to you क्योंकि मुंबई का मैच लग भी चला काफी. हरमनप्रीत कौर वो बेल्स निकली नहीं स्टंप्स पे. स्टंप्स को लगी बॉल, बेल्स ने गिरी. Then we had 2 DRS on the same ball. I don't know वो क्या था.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening there. But still, I mean, if you're brave enough, luck will favor you. What do you make of Harman's captaincy so far? Because yes, she is the Indian captain. We expect a lot of good things from her, but dealing with a new tournament, new players, new Indian domestic players, what do you make of her captaincy and her performances as well?
I think she's been fantastic so far. Even her captaincy for India is good, but often, it is those clutch moments where, some players are not able to deliver. We don't end up, on the better side of the finishing line. But with Mumbai Indians, I think the way she's marshaled the troops has been nothing short of, brilliant. And the way she backs her players, like, when Saika Ishak was having that bad over, she went, spoke to her. And the consistent feedback, she gives to her players, like even after the match, is I think something that's really worked well. And most importantly, getting those four overseas players to gel well with the team has been good. And the team combinations and strategies, I think that's something that really sets her apart. And I hope we get to see more of that happening in the Indian team as well.
Yeah.
But with Mumbai, she's been brilliant.
Yeah, I think Jay also is commenting something like that. Ki more than supporting a team in the WPL, we should be extremely proud that these ladies have got a platform to showcase their talent and get recognition. Yes, I completely agree. But Jay, I know you cannot support any other team other than Rajasthan Royals. So yeah, a comment coming from your end. Yeah, I'm a bit, I'm not surprised कि यार ये वाला comment एक राजस्थान के fan की तरफ से आया है. But still, thank you so much for the comment. Moving on, टीम कॉम्पोजिशन. नया, यू टॉक्ड अबाउट टीम कॉम्पोजिशन. मुंबई का सबसे अच्छा लग रहा है फिलहाल. आई थिंक मुझे तो सबसे अच्छा लग रहा है बिकॉज दे बैट टिल लाइक नंबर 8 और 9. एंड there's one player जो आज फिर से भारतीय, even though she was ill, Grace Harris for UP Warriors is a big miss, because if she bats at that number 7, number 6 spot, Talia McGrath and Alisa Healy could have batted, in a different way. थोड़ा टाइम ले रहे थे फटाफट. So सृष्टि, what do you think of this team composition thing? क्योंकि that changes the whole way the players approach the game. कि 15 ओवर के बाद अगर नीचे बैटिंग में अगर ग्रेस हैरिस होती, then you would have seen तालिया मैग्राथ और अलीसा इली going for big runs literally from the 13th or the 14th over, जो कि हुआ नहीं. So what do you make of these team composition? Because I am a huge believer that you need at least 7 proper batters in T20 format.
Yeah, so I feel like if Grace Harris was in the team, like I felt like 160 target जो था, it was at least 15-20 runs short. ये pitch पे you need at least 180. So I feel like if you know that Grace Harris is there to bat, then you play with that mindset. So you are more comfortable and hitting and like बहुत freely खेल सकता है. So I think हाँ, team composition definitely plays a very important part. And definitely आज Grace Harris होती तो maybe they could have reached a target of 180, 190 at least, which would have been much more defendable.
Yeah, so completely agree. And yeah, what about you? I mean, yes, we talked about Mumbai being the strongest, but what makes what makes them the strongest is the I would say the overseas players, the way Harman is using them, because Haley Matthews is in the contention for a purple cap. Who would have expected that at the start of the competition? And Amelia Kerr picking up 2-3 wickets suddenly out of nowhere. क्योंकि एक टाइम पे तो मेरे को लग रहा था कि यूपी will score around 180 and suddenly this is going to be a cracker of a run chase if Mumbai makes it. क्योंकि आज के मैच में we saw turn being more than what we've seen previously. 2.5 degrees turn or something, ऐसा कुछ तो stat देखा था मैंने, टीवी पे आया हुआ था. So what do you think? I mean, the pitches will get slower and slower. So do you think ये जो यूपी ने जो बैटिंग करने का ये लिया था, डिसीजन लिया था, was that the right decision?
I think the decision that UP took for batting first was, keeping in mind that, hey, we can bat with more freedom. We are batting first. There's no pressure of chasing. Plus, Alisa Healy, we have seen her in, previous tournaments for Australia as well. She's such an attacking batter, like from the get-go. So there was some expectation that, hey, even if we lose our opening batter, we still have Kiran Navgire. We have Talia Megra coming later on. We also have, I think, Deepti Sharma, who can, who is considered as a finisher for India, who can come and give those finishing touches to the innings. But I think the decision did kind of backfire for them because, even though Arisa Healy and Talia Megra were there at the crease, if the runs were coming, but it was not coming at the rate that they would have ideally wanted. So it was kind of like stagnating. And probably that was like a big difference. And as Srishti pointed out, you have to have 180 on this pitch. You can't have anything less than that because they're playing against Mumbai, right? Now they are a team with probably like the best team composition, because even if they lose their openers, there's going to be someone in the middle order who's going to stand up, take responsibility, and score those runs. And Harmanpreet chorus touchwood, and probably her purple patch scoring runs for fun, hitting those boundaries that you would like least expect in areas where, she would normally get runs at. So all in all, I think, yeah, Mumbai is giving everyone a tutorial of how it's done, how a perfect run chase can be curated, even though you lose your early wickets. And it's really coming well together for them.
Yeah, because Mumbai also they got off to a great start, but then they lost two quick wickets. I mean, I think 55, 58 or something. They lost both their openers, and
Yeah,
then they literally had to start again. Harmanpreet Kaur and Nat Silver Brunt. I think
that's
both of them had to start again, and partnership भी 100 run के ऊपर cross कर गए थे, if I'm not wrong. So yes, I think having that players at the right slot is very important, and that Mumbai is doing that really well. क्योंकि हमने पहले जो स्ट्रीम्स करी हैं सृष्टि, वी हैव सीन एंड वी टॉक्ड अबाउट आरसीबी, रिचा घोष coming like very very late in the batting order,
yeah,
when there were like overs remaining. We had other players coming. I think Erin Burns, she came up
yeah.
ahead of
She
Richa
came in.
Ghosh. I was so surprised to see that decision. So I think that is where the other teams are not doing really well. And Rahul has a comment to cheer you, Srishti. RCB winning 2 on the trot will make tournament interesting, and it will happen. So what do you think, Srishti, is going to happen in tomorrow's game? Kali game hai na, Delhi versus
Huh.
RCB again.
No, honestly, I feel like tomorrow the RCB will win. I know I said this before also for a lot of matches, but now that I feel like, you get tired of losing so much now that you have to win. It's like that. So I feel like Smriti Mandhana, she has not been playing well recently. So I feel like that guilt will finally hit her and she'll play tomorrow. And also Elsie Perry, I think she'll play really well tomorrow. So
Yeah.
let's hope that we win the first match.
I think the question is, can RCB's bowling lineup win their games? क्योंकि मेरा खाली वही सवाल है. I know their batting can do it. They bat really, really, because they have some big hitters: Ellis Perry, Heather Knight, Smriti Mandhana, Richa Ghosh. There's one more I don't remember. Sophie Divine, yeah. And these are enough to score like 160, 170 on a given day. These 4-5 players, but the bowling is something which is lacking really, really bad for RCB. So do you think they will step up, or if not, what do you think they need to change in their bowling lineup?
I mean, if I had to answer this question, RCB's bowling is good. Like on paper, they look like such a settled unit. You have Megan Shoot, you have Elise Perry, you have Renuka Singh Thakur. Like, what better trio could you ask for? But then Megan Shoot has not really been good in subcontinent conditions. That has been a big, like shortcoming in her career so far. And Elise Perry needs that support from the other end. So if you have Megan Shoot not firing, then it gets really difficult for her as well. And I hope Renuka Singh can, really get that groove back. We've seen her bowl remarkable in swingers, and I think she just needs to refocus and get them right. But the spin bowling department is where it gets interesting. I still believe that they should get Danny Van Niekerk. It gives you an extra batting option. She's a leg spinner. Why are you keeping the player of the tournament in the 100 away is still a mystery. But I think if RCB really needs to experiment with combinations, they should go for Danny Van Niekerk. Like Erin Burns is certainly a good option. She gives the extra batting option, but she cannot bowl. So it doesn't make sense, having that. Like RCB really needs an extra batter, so she would be perfect. And I have my full faith in Shreyanka Patel and Heather Knight to, get those important wickets and keep the economy at a decent, 7 or 8. So RCB just needs to figure out the right team combination, and I don't know, hope for some wonders to defeat a team like Delhi. Right now, even they are coming into this match having lost, not having lost pretty badly. So RCB would want to, make use of that psychological edge.
हाँ, और अगर ये करना है तो यार जल्दी करना पड़ेगा. टाइम निकलता जा रहा है आई थिंक आरसीबी के पास अभी, बिकॉज एक और हार एंड देन इट इज लाइक कर्टन्स फॉर द टीम. Ronak is saying
I think we
today
are
MI
back
had
to
luck
our
on their side.
calculators now.
Sorry.
We are back to our calculators now.
Yes.
Yeah, calculators. Every calculator, I think RCB fans, they literally carry it when the IPL is not
All the
going
time.
on as well. I think they need it. It is a part of their life. So yeah, I don't blame them here. Ronak is saying today MI had their luck on their side. Bales went for a tall and landed back in. यार देख यार इतने भी जोर से लगी नहीं थी. Okay, so it literally clipped it. And ये होता रहता है, ठीक है. It's not like we are seeing it for the first time. We've seen this happen in the past as well. So yeah, also a couple of drop catches. Yeah, that I agree. At one point, MI were really struggling, but in the end, it's all about getting over the line. If you are composed enough कि यार हम तो ये situation से भी match निकाल लेंगे. 12 ओवर में 100 रन चाहिए थे, 8 wickets in hand. even though that seems like, very very easy, but trust me, it's not when you have wickets falling like consistently, which we have seen in the tournament so far. Or uh, I think Neha, you talked about Dan, whatever, Van Niekerk. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Still, मैं इतना मैं साउथ अफ्रीका क्रिकेट देखता हूँ, मेरे को उनका नाम लेने को जमता ही नहीं है बिल्कुल भी. So I think DVN, yeah. How DVN, is sitting out, that's a mystery to me as well. But uh, you pointed about, you know, two qualities that an overseas player should have. If you see Mumbai, Hayley Matthews, she bats and bowls. Izzy Wong, she is a proper fast bowler who is,
Yeah, yeah.
going to give you wickets. Amelia Kerr, she's a proper all-rounder batter plus a leg spinner who bowls brilliant googlies. Nat Silverbrunt, who bats at number 4, bowls you with bowls with the new ball. So all
Yeah.
four are doing at least two things, in the game. And then if you see the other top side who are doing really well, Meg Lanning, she's capturing the side really well. She's batting. Then we have Alice Capsey there. We have in the UP, if you see Alisa Ely, she's a proper wicket keeper batsman. Talia Megra, she's a proper all-rounder who will score you runs. So do you think RCB is lacking in that point कि यार हमारे पास overseas players वैसे नहीं है? Because Ellis Perry, even though she's considered as an all-rounder, she isn't bowling that much.
I think with RCB, we have the big names. It's just that they're not firing, when we most need them to. And the other teams, the overseas players are young in the sense when you look at someone like Meg Lanning, she's just 30, but she's already such an established name. She delivers in all of her matches. But जब RCB की बात करते हैं तो like Sophie Devine was a good acquisition. I mean, she's been brilliant for the White Ferns for such a long time. But then if you look at some of her matches, she has had a lot of off seasons. Elise Perry's bowling has been a concern, in recent times as well. So although they do offer you the extra bowling option or that batting option, it's about consistency and how regularly they're able to, deliver it to you. So good acquisitions on paper again, but then it's again, stepping up in those important matches and delivering. Yeah.
Right. I think JB point कह रहे हैं कि not different from men's team. They have the strongest team on paper, and when the auction was happening, everyone was like, यार RCB ने तो क्या ही team बना लिया. I think let's just give them the title. ये सब बातें चल रही थी Twitter वगैरह पे, social media वगैरह पे. उससे याद आया, yes, do follow us on all the social media platforms. Yeah, we are very close to reaching 6,000 followers on Instagram. Do subscribe to the channel if you are watching the stream after it is streamed. So like कर दो वीडियो को, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो. Road to 5,000 subscribers is on before the men's IPL starts, so please help us reach that and बढ़ाते रहो, थर्ड मैन की फैमिली बढ़ाते रहो. And yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about Mumbai's batting, Mumbai's run chase. Was this a proper could the run chase have been any better? Because 101 needed of 72 balls, वहां से I think these two got together and chase कर लिया कितने में? 3 ओवर बचे थे, 3.5 2.5 ओवर.
हाँ, 17.3 overs they chased it.
Yeah, so I think this scored 101 of 57 balls. So without any pressure, I think without giving them any chances. Yes, जो रौनक कह रहा था कि stumps पे लग गई थी ball, that was one. But apart from that, I don't remember any chances. एक सोफी एक्सटन ने try करी थी, but I wouldn't say that was a chance. But what do you guys think of Mumbai as a side? Because they can chase. We have seen they can chase, and now they can defend very easily as well. So what do you make of first of all the finalists जो भी 1, 2, 3 के spots होने वाले हैं? Who's going to get that 1, 2, 3? Because I just want to know the third name. I think I know the second name, the two names already, but who do you think is going to be a third team? Srishti, starting with you.
Third team.
No, I mean, just give me your 1, 2, 3. Whatever you think is going to be the
So
standing.
it's going to be Mumbai, Delhi, and UP Warriors, according to me. And Mumbai has a very balanced side. Like today also, the way they started batting, Yastika Bhatia, she looked in really good touch. And after that, Harmanpreet Kaur and Nat Skiver, they came in and they played so well. Like it was like इतना easily खेल रहे हैं, बच्चों का game खेल रहे हैं, ऐसा लग रहा था. It was that easy for them. So I feel like Mumbai is definitely dominating right now, and Delhi is also looking good. But let's see. And even UP, but I don't think, honestly, I don't think that RCB has a chance right now. I don't want to jinx it, but realistically speaking, I don't feel like they have a chance. So I feel like Mumbai, Delhi, and UP Warriors.
No, I think ये jinx नहीं होगा यार. I think how many games have they lost already?
They have lost 4 already. That's why it's
Yeah, so
real.
this
I'm
is not a
speaking
jinx कि यार
realistically
you
only.
know अगर वो पहुंच जाते हैं, then I think it's a I think it's a great turnaround, to be honest, क्योंकि third spot is gettable. I'm not saying it's not gettable because Mumbai and
Yeah.
Delhi, yes, they will be there. So you यो नहीं होना चाहिए कि यार एंड में जाके you're like यार ये टीम जीत जाए, सूरज यहाँ से उग जाए आज, ये सब नहीं चाहिए उनको उनके बाद. So I think that is one thing which could haunt RCB moving forward. Yeah, Neha, what about you? 1, 2, 3.
So I think the obvious picks for 1 and 2 has to be Mumbai and Delhi. They're your most dominant outfits right now, who's getting everything right, at least at this halfway stage. And for the third team, the optimist in me would really hope RCB could, pull off something, win the next 4 matches with massive margins, hope that, UP and Gujarat lose their other matches, but that's very unlikely. Let's be very honest. But if I really had to think of the third team, it's obviously going to be a draw between like UP and Gujarat. But I think UP has like the slight edge. Like I still feel they can do something. But Gujarat can probably also be that third team if Laura Woolward comes to the party, delivers those big runs, and if the team can actually come well together. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tricky one. But the optimist in me hopes RCB could be the third team.
Yeah. ये कॉम्बिनेशन की वजह से आई जस्ट थिंक यार आई सो विश कि ये टूर्नामेंट में भी 8 टीम्स होते, only
Actually.
because the
Seriously,
tournament
yeah.
is going really really well, and teams like CSK जो कि Jay and Raunak are fighting for some reason in the comments, ऐसा मेरे को लग रहा है. So but yeah, imagine CSK being there, extra more Indian domestic players, more overseas players, more Aussies, more South Africans, more English players. काफी मजा आता अगर थोड़ा लंबा ज्यादा टीम्स होते, प्लस द विंडो वाज अ बिट बिगर एज वेल. बट होपफुल आई
Yeah.
थिंक दैट इज गोइंग टू हैपन. आई वोंट बी सरप्राइज अगर नेक्स्ट सीजन से दे आर लाइक चलो लेट्स गेट मोर टीम्स नाउ.
I think this is just the start. इसलिए 5 teams रखे, but
Hmm.
next year maybe we get 8 teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think if not 8, I think at least 6, 7 तो बढ़ते तो जाएंगे.
Yeah.
That is going to happen for sure. थोड़े कमेंट्स लेते हैं. यूसुफ इज सेइंग इन हिज ओपिनियन मुंबई इंडियंस, यूपी वॉरियर्स एंड दिल्ली कैपिटल्स. ओके, अगर नेहा एंड सृष्टि दोनों ने आरसीबी के लिए थोड़ा ऑप्टिमिज्म दिखाया है, सो हु डू यू थिंक इज गोइंग टू विन टुमारोज गेम?
That's again a tricky one because the loyal fans, in us,
We
would
want
hope that
RCB to
RCB.
win. Yeah.
Yeah, but then Delhi, I think, does carry the edge. Considering the way their last match with RCB went about, they would, be coming in with a lot of confidence. But RCB has the chance to come with the right team combination and deliver the goods. Here's hoping
If only.
someone just knocks some sense in them and they do the right thing. Honestly.
Well, I mean, they have Sania Mirza in the dugout. Yeah, come on. What better personality do you need to cheer a team which has lost 4 games? So hopefully, it goes well for RCB tomorrow. थोड़े comments ले लेते हैं यहाँ पे. Raunak is saying number 7, the first captain to win 4 consecutive matches in IPL. Number 7, the first captain to win 4 consecutive matches in the WPL. Yeah, that's a great stat. Yeah. Rahul is saying just heard that Mumbai City have been not done. Yeah, man, just saw them. अरे मैंने देखा था मेरे 2 हाफ देखे 90 मिनट्स. आई वाज लाइक या आई थिंक मुंबई विल विन इट इजीली नाउ, बट देन मैंने पेनल्टीज का स्कोर देखा खाली, एंड या दैट थोड़ा थोड़ा गुस्सा तो आया था. बट या एनीवेज वी वन द शील्ड, सो दैट्स फाइन. राहुल इज सेइंग अबाउट द टेस्ट मैच. आते हैं टेस्ट मैच के ऊपर भी हम लोग एक थोड़ा सा सेगमेंट करेंगे, बट लेट्स जस्ट फिनिश द टॉक ऑन WPL राइट नाउ. Jay is saying, are we seeing an underdog winning WPL just like how RR won their first title against CSK?
That would be
Great question,
brilliant.
to be honest. But who is the RR here? Is it
Yeah, who
Delhi?
is the
Is it UP?
underdog?
Okay, I mean, मेरे को तो लग रहा है बॉम्बे जीतने वाली है टाइटल. Okay, I am being really biased because I watch every game of theirs. But who do you guys think? I think Neha has already said yes, Mumbai is going to win. Srishti, what do you think? What do you think? Is Mumbai going to win it, or are we going to see that final वाला jinx suddenly कि यार ये टीम ने सारे मैचेस जीते and then final में आके वो ढेर हो गई?
I feel like Mumbai is going to win, but it will be surprising if like Gujarat or maybe like UP Warriors win.
Okay.
So that would be interesting to see.
Gujarat. I mean, I don't see Gujarat winning the title, but yeah, UP
Yeah, even
Warriors
I
is a
don't,
shout.
but like
Yeah.
maybe that would be interesting to see.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be some WPL is what Ronnie saying. Yes, completely agree. RR came to win as underdogs. UP or DC can win as underdogs. Okay, so yes, I think. But I'm gonna be biased here. I think there's no team who's gonna beat Mumbai Indians for the next 4 games as well, unless they keep the same composition. I'm saying that because Mumbai might think of changing, resting some players once they're guaranteed the top spot or something like that. उसके बाद I think we can see changes. But अगर same team खेलती जाती है, because Charlotte Edwards before the game she said we don't want to change anything. I think Dhara Gujar भी आज इसलिए आई थी because Pooja Vastrakar had some issue, but Pooja Vastrakar इतना चांस मिला ही नहीं है यार, देखा जाए तो। आई थिंक बॉम्बे के जो टॉप ऑर्डर उन्होंने किसी को बैटिंग करने की करने की वो नहीं दी है, एंड बॉलिंग में सबने विकेट लिए हैं, सो इट्स नॉट लाइक दिस प्लेयर इज डूइंग बैड और दिस प्लेयर इज डूइंग बैड। सो I think if Mumbai doesn't tinker with their team changes, I think they're gonna win all of their games. Jay saying, I personally want MI to win the title with the way they are playing. Harman has handled her team beautifully. She has stepped up perfectly and has done nothing wrong. Yes, completely agree with each and every word there. Okay, so moving on to the next segment, let's talk about the टेस्ट मैच। देखा सबने, देखा क्या टेस्ट मैच आज? जो मैंने तो
Yeah.
मेरे को तो देखो पता तो था कि विराट की सेंचुरी आने वाली है।
आज
ओके,
तो मजा आ गया देख के।
या पता तो था विराट की सेंचुरी। सो direct question, I don't want to talk directly about Virat's 100 and 186 and stuff. Can India win this game? 90 overs, pitch में इतनी टर्न है ही नहीं, मतलब लिटरली ना के बराबर ये देखा जाए तो। But can something happen कि suddenly कल जाके there's like square turner suddenly and Aussies are like again Delhi and पहला मैच कहाँ हुआ था यार? पहला नहीं, पहला मैच किधर हुआ था? दिल्ली एंड जहाँ पे भी वो लोग ढेर हो गए थे फिर से।
नागपुर में।
हाँ, नागपुर, या so
Then Indore and yeah.
yeah, so
Then
what do you think,
yeah.
can Nagpur and Delhi happen in Ahmedabad as well?
I mean, if that happens, तो फिर sort, then we get the final spot fixed. But then,
Yeah.
realistically speaking, I feel like the match is tilting towards a draw. Like draw ही अभी feasible option लग रहा है. But hopefully कुछ कल miracle हो जाए and they
Yeah,
get all out for 150 or 200.
yeah,
Then India can win this.
yeah, completely agree. Jay is saying this is a typical test match. It's not just Virat's 180 plus, it's the way we played the proper authentic test cricket. I just love this format. Yeah, I completely agree, Jay. I think that's the best form of cricket. कितना भी हम T20 franchise cricket के बारे में बात कर ले, it just makes the game interesting and entertaining, but test cricket is the real deal. Nia, what do you think? Can we see a result tomorrow? And by result, I literally mean India win, क्योंकि Australia is not going to score 300 and then suddenly 20 over में वो India को all out कर दे. That is not going to happen.
Australia will not win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they won't go all baseball and, get 300
Yeah.
on board, and India will have a big total to chase. But I think it's again heading to a draw. In all honesty, the way the pitch has been behaving, I don't see anything different happening. But India will really expect, Ashwin and Jadeja obviously to, come to the fore, get those crucial wickets up front, because I think Abhi, the night watchman is batting, right? So getting him out first will be imperative, and then you'll see the wickets fall. So I think we're heading for a draw, but then let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it is heading for a draw, but still, yeah, थोड़ा तो optimism होता है, क्योंकि मेरे को ना यहाँ पे सुबह 4 बजे उठना पड़ता है मैच देखने के लिए, and मेरे को
Oh.
but the thing is उसके पहले I
Oh,
watch
where are you?
this. I am in the UK right now, so I'm just saying
Oh.
क्योंकि उसके पहले ना there is श्रीलंका and न्यूजीलैंड का टेस्ट मैच जो चल रहा है, and suddenly that has become interesting as well, कि मेरे को लग नहीं रहा था श्रीलंका थर्ड इनिंग्स में इतनी अच्छी बैटिंग करेगी, but they have produced the game as well. I think 257 needed on day 5 for New Zealand. 8 wickets in hand, not 9 wickets,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Neil Wagner is injured. So if Sri Lanka win that game and they win the second test match as well, because they will go with full confidence कि यार हम second test match अगर जीत लिए, so we are going through. And of course they'll be watching the India games. They'll be hoping that India loses against Australia, which is not going to happen. But still, I think the fight Sri Lanka is putting up, kudos to that, because just to stay in contention ahead of England, South Africa, Pakistan, New Zealand in a test format, that he praises of Sri Lanka cricket and where they have come from in the past 2-3 years. Neha, a word on it?
I think, yeah, Sri Lanka has really shown, in spite of all the adversity, the way they have overcome all of that to come as such a strong team, even in the test, right? The series, the the season 2, there was an entire episode on like Australia touring them and the fight they put up, and I was like, wow, this is the Sri Lanka we actually know, of the 80s and 90s, who never really gave up. So it's amazing to see we have so many good players emerging from the island nation who are also getting those IPL contracts, who are playing franchisee cricket, and who really wear their heart on the sleeve. And bilateral series we dekhte hain, like there's just so much aggression in them, the way they celebrate, very passionate country when it comes to cricket as well. But the way they've been playing their test cricket has also been super impressive, I must say.
Yeah, completely agree. Srishi, what about you? What do you make of Sri Lanka's resurgence? I would say क्योंकि पहले तो ऐसा होता था कि यार जस्ट सुनने के बाद कि अच्छा श्रीलंका न्यूजीलैंड जा रही है 2 मैच खेलने, ओके तो ये मैच तो 2-3 दिन में खत्म हो जाएंगे, बट नाउ द डे द मैच गोइंग डाउन टू द वायर फिफ्थ डे, एंड let me tell you that Sri Lanka is in the driver's seat. If they bowl well in the first session, they could easily win this game.
Yeah, I feel like the way they have reached to this stage, like honestly, we wouldn't think that Sri Lanka would be fighting for this spot. We would think that maybe it would be New Zealand or some other team. So I feel like kudos to them that they have reached this stage in the first place. And I feel like even now, like they stand a very strong chance on winning this game. So uh, first of all, praising the kind of cricket they have played so far, but let's hope they don't win because obviously then India's chances.
Yeah, अक्षर से फिंगर्स क्रॉस फॉर रेन
वाह।
टुमारो इन न्यूजीलैंड। नहीं यार, बारिश तो नहीं आ रही है। जो 4 दिन जितनी धूप निकली है वो साल भर की आई थिंक धूप निकली है न्यूजीलैंड में एक साथ, सो बारिश तो नहीं आ रही है कल। वी शुड प्रे दैट देयर इज अ ड्रॉ गेम देयर। आई थिंक देयर विल बी अ रिजल्ट। Also the thing is why I feel New Zealand is going to win is जो stats और जो history है अभी recently रही है न्यूजीलैंड की, they have not lost a series in New Zealand since what 2010 11 something, and the way they perform at home is brilliant. I think the way they chase scores, the way they approach the test matches in their home conditions, I don't think everyone can do that against New Zealand. So hopefully there is a proper result tomorrow. Let's see. Raunak is saying Virat played throughout with fever. Yeah, this is the hot topic right now. If this is true, and जो heat चल रही है right now in Ahmedabad, it's I think probably one of the best
That's
test
all.
innings. Then you
Yeah.
have to say, yes, you can say कि यार pitch में कुछ नहीं है, but then to bat in these conditions with not 100% fitness, I think that is a great achievement. Dravid and Lakshman played through stiff back fever. Ashwin and Viari played through stiff back, a torn hamstring. Yeah, that's what Indian cricket is about, man. At home, you can expect us to give give everything. Tomorrow rain is predicted in New Zealand. हाँ यार, but I heard the commentators saying this was predicted in today's game, today's day as well. But आज एक बूंद पानी नहीं गिरी. Dark days never last forever. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah,
Absolutely.
life lesson as well. Jay giving life lessons plus talking about Virat's 100. Moving on, एक लास्ट टॉपिक आई थिंक मेरे दिमाग में था, मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा क्या था यार. Yeah, PSL. I mean, what do we talk about PSL at this moment? Because what do you think is going to be the maximum number of runs in a 20-over game achieved in this PSL?
I
Just
mean,
give me
I
a
haven't.
random number. If you say 300, I'll believe it. Okay, 300 one side, 300 the other side, I'll believe it for sure.
I mean, I haven't been following the PSL that much, but I've heard, they've been scoring like 200 plus in like a lot of
Yeah.
matches, and everyone's scoring centuries. Riley Russo, matlab, he's in the form of his life and everything. But I think, yeah, like it just goes to show the pitches there are roads and it favors batters so much, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Or I think Legends League cricket was a bit more interesting because मैंने 2 matches देखे. Even though India lost both the games, but it was still entertaining. And Gautam Gambhir, अभी contention में I think to open for India in T20 cricket ऐसा मेरे को लग रहा है, because the way he's batting, it's like he never left.
Yeah, he's in fine touch actually.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look like he's a retired Indian cricketer at this moment. पहले मैच में I think 50 और कुछ तो बनाए, सेकंड में 80 के आसपास कुछ तो रन बनाए थे. वाह. PSL flop league. Flop. I think if they start making better pitches, then I think it's going to be a very interesting
Yeah.
league. It's going to be as similar as say a Bangladesh Premier League. I'm not saying close to the Indian Premier League because the level of international cricketers could differ, but I think if you produce proper Asian wickets, then I think this has a chance to become a great tournament in the future. Yeah, this was my last topic as well before wrapping it up. बांग्लादेश को शर्म नहीं आती वैसे वो मैं T20 एडवांटेज कौन लेता है भाई, इतना बोरिंग यार उसका. So Gaurav, in short, let me tell you, is an England fan, okay, and England have lost both their games against Bangladesh, the first T20 and the second T20, which is taking place in Bangladesh at the moment. So yeah, I consider Bangladesh as a very strong home side because उन्होंने इंडिया को भी हराया है in T20, in ODIs, T20s, whatever they. I think England is the only team to beat Bangladesh in ODI series in the past 10 odd years or something. If I correctly remember the stats. So yeah, they're doing really well, but I think again, what do you say? Uh, the the pitch conditions favor Bangladesh a lot more than
Highway
England.
pitches
So
in.
yeah. Akshay say highway pitches in PSL. हाँ यार मतलब that is what everyone is talking about, and it's sad to see flat tracks की इतने flat हो रहे हैं कि यार bowlers don't stand a chance. यार 9 ओवर में 127 रन कौन बनाता है? 145 और समथिंग 9 ओवर्स में तो वो स्कोर लिटरली इट्स लाइक प्लेइंग प्ले स्टेशन और समथिंग गेम क्रिकेट और 7 हम जो खेलते थे छोटे
Exactly.
में. आई थिंक लिटरली दैट इज हैपनिंग कि आप 9 ओवर्स 145 इट्स जोक्स, लिटरली जोक्स. ये घर से बाहर निकलते हैं, इनको सब मारते हैं. अच्छा, ओके. So they just want
Right.
Bangladesh to lose. Yes, of course, Gaurav as an England fan will want Bangladesh to lose, but ठीक है यार, it's just the T20 format. अभी टेंशन नहीं है ज़्यादा. Armandeep is saying Virat 100 centuries for sure. What do you think? Is
I
it
feel
gonna
like
happen?
it's possible. Yeah,
You think
it
it's
will
gonna happen?
happen. The way Virat is playing right now, I feel like it can happen because September से लेके अभी तक he has scored 5 centuries.
5. Yeah.
So
It
I
seems
feel
highly
like it's
likely.
gettable.
Yeah, the form he is in right now, I was just calculating. He's what, 34 now. And if he plays for the
Yeah,
next like 4 or 5 years, scoring
4
like,
years.
5-6 centuries, easily he's going to cross the
Easily,
barrier. It's
exactly.
not tough.
Uh, Listen, the thing is, I am a huge Sachin fan. Okay, for some, मेरे
Oh,
दिमाग में कहीं तो है कि यार ये record टूटे ना. Okay, even if it is an India, I still don't want this record to be broken. I just want to state 90 run पे रुक जाएगा विराट, मेरे को चलेगा. But वो जो
Oh,
even 100 will be like
no.
okay, but you said how old is he right now? He's 34, 33
He's
34.
something.
34.
Yeah,
Yeah.
34. But जो नेहा ने जो बात करी ना कि वो हर साल 4-5 सेंचुरीज, आई थिंक वो वाला जो टाइम था ना वो पिछले 2-3 साल में था वेयर ही डिड नॉट स्कोर दो सेंचुरी. आई थिंक इट्स फेयर टू से बिकॉज मूविंग फॉरवर्ड we might see him retiring from one of these formats, and then that makes it even more tougher if he starts playing only one format, then scoring those many hundreds consistently in one format. I don't see that happening because I still feel he would want to play test cricket over white ball format any day. And
Yeah.
his test record, yes, even though it's great, but I don't see 500 600 consistently. Even though he's a great batsman, I'm not denying that, but for some reason I still feel as we move forward year by year, he would decide to not play one of the formats. So hopefully he comes closer to the record. I'm not saying he should not break the record if he breaks the record really well, but I'll be sad a bit for sure क्योंकि मैंने काफी सारे hundreds देखे यार पहले सचिन के, and I'm like, nah, that is different, this is different. So yeah. So that is exactly what we had today for you guys, everyone जो अभी देख रहे हैं. Thank you so much for watching. जो बाद में देखने वाले हो प्लीज चैनल को लाइक कर देना, वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, and do comment whatever new content you would like to see. DM us on Instagram or any other social media platform. And we are very very close to reaching decent numbers, and I would like to thank everyone. First of all, we crossed 1 lakh likes on one of the posts we had
yay.
posted recently on Instagram. So thank you so much. So yeah, thank you Neha, thank you Srishti. It was great talking to you and everyone in the comments as well. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow, same time, same place, and hopefully Neha and Srishti are back with this time a proper RCB win rather than the calculators. So see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Take care.
Fingers crossed.
Good night. Thank you.